important to push the dog. You know, you want the dog to keep getting better at what it does, so we give it problems. We make it more difficult for the dog. Now, Miko can retrieve a lot of items. She can retrieve glasses, balls, a dumbbell, and the one thing that I teach dogs to do that are doing this is to pick up keys. This is something a service dog would do, but it makes sense to have Miko do it. It does, and it makes sense for a lot of dogs to do this, and this is very difficult for a dog to pick up. It's metal, it's pointy, they don't want to do it. But if you have your dog and you can push it to this point using discipline and obedience, that's what we're using. We're using discipline. We're making sure that the dog does it. If the dog doesn't do it, I say no. Or even if the dog isn't functioning quick enough, I let her kind of mill around. Like if I do something new, this is a new, I change this. I put more keys on it or less keys or a different kind of keychain. Because how she is, I let her sort of mill around. Where some dogs, if they weren't doing it, I'd instantly say no and make that dog pick it up. But she's a Shiba, and not only is she a Shiba, but she's she's an individual. So I sort of like let her pick around when she's learning at this point, because she will pick up keys. And I know that if I change this, if she smells it, looks at it, she's gonna pick it up for me. Does that make sense? All dogs are different. You have to deal with them individually, and that's what I do with all dogs, and she's no exception. So with this keychain, I had a lot of keys on it at a point. I've taken keys off, I've put new keys on it. I found this on the street, this like keychain thing, and I put this on it just because I knew it'd smell like somebody else and stump her. And I want to do this. I want to cause the dog problems to make sure that the dog is pushed past this point of excitement, whatever you want to call it, where you're getting a refusal, because she's going to go home, and it's easier for me, of course. It's easier for me. But by me doing this, pushing the dog to pick up something very difficult and keep changing on it, because each time the dog does something new, it makes it more difficult. It'll make it easier for the owner. And I do this with all dogs in varying degrees. Like a dog that picks up a dumbbell, it also has to pick up glasses. It also, do you understand? Each time I have the dog pick up a different object, it makes it more difficult for the dog. That's why we teach the dog no. It's very important that your dog understands the word no, and she does. Now, when I say I give the dog 5 seconds, at a point, I wouldn't. I won't. If she's used to picking up like this set that she learned on, right? And I throw these down and she doesn't pick it up within a second and a half or 2 seconds, I'm gonna say no and repeat the command, hold. Do you understand? This is new. I'll let her sniff it. It's a new object. There's a reason why we do this. There's a reason why your dog needs to learn no, and there's a reason why you shouldn't train your dog with food. It's a huge mistake. You want to look like you're competent. Dogs are in this human world. They're in a human world. If they were just living out in the woods with other dogs, there would be no problems. But they're living around us. They need to be compliant. Training your dog is the best thing that you can do for your dog. You want a calm, happy dog. There's nothing worse than, you know, there's a lot of stress being in charge. I'm sure that Trump's having a lot of stress right now. Good. He's doing a horrible job. But to make my point clear, we will keep changing this until she goes back. She goes back this following weekend. We keep working the dog and we keep pushing Miko to be better. And the owner will need to do this too. We'll have to work with the dog. Throw keys down, throw a ball down, but make the dog retrieve. Make the dog sit, make the dog wait at all doors, put the dog in the down position. Training's the lifetime of the dog. All dogs need training for their entire life. Dogs are not convenient. That's for sure. Miko, here. Now I changed this recently, so let's see if she'll pick it up. Miko. Hold. No, hold. You got it. Sit. You're awesome. You're awesome, sis. Drop. Here, let's do it again. Here. Miko. Hold. No, hold. That's awesome. That's quicker. Hold. Hold. Drop. One more time. Let's do it 3 in a row. Get success 3 in a row and quit on a high note. Miko. Hold. No, hold. Good girl, heel. Here. Sit. No, sit. Hold. No, hold. If they drop it, never pick it up. Miko, hold. 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 Drop. Now we do it again. She screwed up. Here, heel. We need 3 in a row. Miko, hold. Good girl, heel. Sit. Hold. Hold. Drop. Hold. No, hold. Heel. Sit. Sit. Hold. Drop. Need one more. Miko, heel. It's going to be a far one, Miko. Miko, hold. You got it, heel. Sit. With the train coming in, that's a good Shiba. This Shiba can do some service dog stuff. Look at her. Hold. Drop. You're a good dog, dude. Sit. That is a good Shiba. She's freaking awesome. She really is. Look at her. That's a good fucking dog. She did good, and we still have a few more days. You know? She's great. She's a great dog. This is a dog that could do advanced training, definitely. But any dog that comes to me and does a board and train could do advanced training, that's for sure. She's good. Great, great dog. She's a smart looking dog, that's for sure. Very smart looking dog. Look at her. She's like a super genius. Look at how Miko's leg is cocked in. Like she's a lady. That Shiba is a fucking lady. Look at her. That's freaking adorable.